The entertainment world was thrown into chaos late last night when Zhao Lusi and Leo Wu unexpectedly announced an emergency press conference scheduled for midnight. Fans were caught completely off guard. The announcement was brief, almost cryptic, saying only that the two would share something important with the public. There was no explanation, no context, and no time to prepare. In a world where every word from top celebrities is dissected by millions, this sudden late-night event was enough to send shockwaves through the industry. Reporters rushed to the venue, fans gathered outside despite the cold night, and live streams started counting down the minutes in anticipation. At exactly midnight, the doors opened. Under the bright lights, Zhao Lusi and Leo Wu appeared side by side, both dressed elegantly but simply. There was no elaborate backdrop, no flashy logos, just a long table, microphones, and two stars facing the world together. Zhao Lusi, usually bubbly and playful, wore a calm and serious expression. Leo Wu stood beside her, exuding quiet confidence as he occasionally looked at her with reassuring glances. The atmosphere was intense. No one knew what to expect. Zhao Lusi was the first to speak. "Thank you all for being here tonight," she began, her voice steady but emotional. "We know this is an unusual hour and it wasn't planned long in advance, but there's something very important we want to share directly with you, without any misunderstandings or speculation." Her eyes briefly met Lowe's before she continued. "We debated whether to do this quietly or publicly, but in the end, we decided honesty was the best way." Leo Wu leaned forward, his hands folded on the table. "Over the years, you've all supported us, not just in our careers, but in every step we've taken as individuals. Tonight, we're not here as co-stars, promoting a drama. We're here as ourselves. What we're about to say comes from the bottom of our hearts." The room fell silent. You could almost hear the breaths of dozens of journalists waiting for the next sentence. Some whispered theories to each other, perhaps a joint film project, maybe a charity collaboration, or even a response to recent rumors, but no one could predict what was about to unfold. Zhao Lusi smiled faintly, as if sensing the collective tension. She said, "This isn't a scandal. It's something beautiful." She glanced at Leo again and he nodded. "For a long time," he continued, "our lives have been intertwined in ways that go beyond work. We met on set, shared experiences, and built a deep bond. Away from the cameras, away from the noise, something grew between us. Something real." A murmur rippled through the audience. Zhao Lusi's voice trembled slightly as she took the microphone again. She admitted this wasn't planned to happen so suddenly, but life rarely follows a script. Sometimes moments come when you have to stop hiding and start sharing. She paused, drew a deep breath, and then, with a radiant but nervous smile, she declared, "We're here tonight to tell you that we're getting married." The room exploded in gasps and flashes. Cameras clicked furiously, journalists shouted questions, and fans watching online broke into tears of joy and disbelief. The revelation was as shocking as it was heartwarming. No one had expected such a major life announcement to unfold in the quiet hours of the night. For years, fans had speculated about the chemistry between Zhao Lusi and Leo Wu, especially after their successful collaborations on screen, but both had always insisted they were just friends. This press conference shattered that image in the most romantic way possible. Leo Wu explained why they chose this unusual time. He said, "We wanted to share this news with you ourselves. We didn't want it to leak through rumors or blurry photos. This is a once-in-a-lifetime moment, and we wanted to do it sincerely and openly." Zhao Lusi nodded beside him. She added, "Keeping something like this a secret has been both beautiful and difficult. But as we take this step, we wanted the people who have supported us to hear it directly from us." They shared that their relationship had developed quietly over time. He said, "There were no dramatic confessions. It just happened, naturally. We became each other's closest friend, confidant, and, eventually, something more." Zhao Lusi added, "He's been there for me through everything, through stressful shoots, personal doubts, and happy moments. I can't imagine my future without him." One reporter asked how long they had been together. Zhao Lusi smiled mysteriously and replied, "Long enough to know this is the right decision." Leo added, "We value privacy, and that's why we didn't make any announcements earlier. But now, as we plan this new chapter, it felt right to let everyone know." Another reporter asked about wedding plans. Leo leaned back, visibly relaxed now that the big secret was out. He said, "We're not revealing the date just yet, but it will be soon and it will be special. We're preparing everything with our families and close friends." Zhao Lusi giggled softly. She said, "I still can't believe we're announcing it like this, but it feels real now." The press conference shifted from suspenseful to emotional. Zhao Lusi shared a touching memory from their early days working together. She said, "I remember one day on set. It was raining and I was cold and tired. He didn't say anything. He just quietly put his jacket on my shoulders and walked away. That moment stayed with me. It was simple, but meaningful." Leo Wu looked at her as she spoke, eyes shining with pride. Reporters noted the natural chemistry between them as they answered questions side by side, finishing each other's sentences and exchanging knowing glances. This wasn't a publicity stunt. It was two people genuinely in love, sharing their joy with the world. By the end of the press conference, the initial shock had transformed into a warm, celebratory atmosphere. Even the toughest journalists couldn't hide their smiles. As the night drew to a close, Zhao Lusi and Leo Wu stood up, held hands, and faced the cameras. "Thank you for being part of this moment," Leo said sincerely. "Your support has meant everything to us. We hope you'll continue to walk this journey with us." Zhao Lusi added through tears, "This is the beginning of a new chapter. Thank you for understanding, for cheering for us, and for being here even at midnight." The press conference ended with a wave and a shared laugh between the two. A laugh that spoke of relief, love, and excitement for the future. Outside the venue, fans were still in disbelief, some crying, some cheering, others calling friends in the middle of the night to share the news. It was a moment that no one had expected, but one that will be remembered for a long time. In a single night, Zhao Lusi and Leo Wu turned speculation into reality, secrecy into celebration, and a midnight press conference into one of the most unforgettable moments in modern Chinese entertainment history. In the hours following the press conference, the entertainment industry was completely transformed. News programs interrupted their regular broadcasts to air special segments analyzing every moment of Zhao Lusi and Leo Wu's announcement. Commentators replayed the way he gently placed his hand on hers, the way she paused before revealing the news, and the subtle glances they exchanged that seemed to say more than words ever could. It wasn't just a celebrity revelation. It was a cultural moment that blended romance, surprise, and the power of genuine emotion in a way that few announcements ever had. Their decision to reveal their marriage plans at such an unexpected hour only added to the sense of drama and sincerity, as if they wanted the world to witness a truth that could no longer be hidden. Meanwhile, outside the venue, fans gathered in growing numbers despite the late hour. Some carried banners, others brought flowers, and many simply stood under the night sky crying tears of happiness. "I always believed in their chemistry," one fan said through joyful sobs during a live interview. "This feels like watching the ending of a drama we followed for years, except it's real." Another fan added, "It's like they saved this news for the quietest hour so that we could truly feel it without distractions." The street was filled with camera flashes and heartfelt chants, creating almost a festival-like atmosphere in the dead of night. No one seemed tired. Everyone was energized by the shared joy. Back inside, after the official conference ended, Zhao Lusi and Leo Wu stayed behind for a few extra minutes to address personal questions from selected journalists. When asked what moment made them realize they wanted to spend their lives together, Zhao Lusi hesitated for a second, then answered with touching honesty. She said it wasn't one single moment. It was the accumulation of many quiet, ordinary days. He was there when I was exhausted, when I was happy, when I was confused. He never asked for attention, he just stayed. One day I looked at him and realized I couldn't imagine a future without that presence. Leo Wu looked at her as she spoke, eyes shining with pride. He, for me, was seeing her not just as the talented actress everyone loves, but as a person, flawed, funny, stubborn, warm. She's my partner in every sense. Their studios later released a short joint statement confirming the news officially, expressing gratitude to fans and asking for privacy as the couple prepared for their wedding. Within minutes, entertainment portals, gossip sites, and official news agencies published lengthy features celebrating the unexpected union. Old clips from their dramas resurfaced online, with fans pointing out moments they now interpreted as signs. A simple behind-the-scenes video of them laughing